Who feels like spending more money on Seven Wonders? Tonight, rolling with the beard, we're reviewing Seven Wonders Edifice expansion. Here we have the table set up for a 4-player game of Seven Wonders with the Edifice expansion. You're probably already familiar with how Seven Wonders works, hence why you're watching this video. It's a fairly straightforward card drafting game. Take a card, pass the rest to the left, then you flip over the card that you chose. Now, what does Edifice add to the base game? Once per age, when you're building your wonder, you can pay an additional cost on the current age's project. And you get to take one of these tokens showing that you worked on the project. Now, if all of the tokens are removed by players for the project before the age ends, everyone who worked on it will get a bonus. Now, if there are some of these tokens left, meaning the project wasn't completed, shame on you. Anyone who didn't work on the project or have one of these tokens on their player board will have a consequence to deal with, often losing a card that they have drafted and or money or points throughout the game. And don't worry, they did include a whole bunch of these projects, so every time you use the Edifice expansion, it keeps it fresh and adds a little bit of twist to the game. So that's the Seven Wonders Edifice expansion. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. It adds a little bit of player interaction that I feel Seven Wonders was kind of lacking, although you have the military conflicts at the end of the age. I feel like this adds just a little more spice, not much more complexity, but just a little more spice. You see the players sitting around the table, they start to see someone works on a project, and they're like, oh man, I guess I better work on the project too, because I don't want to get hit with one of those penalties. The components that come with it comes with these big, pretty cards, and like all the other Seven Wonders stuff, the art in this is just absolutely amazing. The only thing I can say is it would be nice if they were on a heavyweight cardstock like the player boards, but they're not. You get quite a few. You can shuffle them up to keep the game fresh. Although some of the penalties seem to be a little samey on them, but it still adds what I feel is a needed player interaction to it. It doesn't really add any more complexity, so if you're playing with new players, I don't see any reason to not go ahead and throw this in, because it's not really adding anything to the teach. The pieces that come with it are nice. Each one of them has a different sculpt for each age. Do you need this expansion though? No, you don't need it. Do you need other expansions such as leaders and cities? Yes, you need those. But do you need Edifice? Not entirely. I will say though, I'm kind of a completionist, so if you look at it from that, yeah, I'm gonna get all the expansions for Seven Wonders. But I feel like of the ones I've played, I have Armada, I haven't played it yet. But of the ones that I've played, this is by far the lesser of all of them. But the other ones are so great though, and they add so much more depth to the game. But I do feel though that this one is worth buying. It certainly is. You don't need it, but I recommend it. I say you buy it. I guess it's a reworking, basically, of Babel, but it just adds enough spice to the table, and with the right group, start kind of talking trash and, being like, oh, you're going to work on that. I'm going to work on the project next time, maybe a little bit of bluffing here and there. It does add to the gameplay. It's definitely worth picking up, not 100% necessary. If you don't have cities and leaders, pick those up first. And then if you continue to play Seven Wonders and want to add a little more spice to it, definitely pick up Edifice. And if you found this episode entertaining or informative at all, please consider clicking that subscribe button and tell your friends and watch more of my videos. Darn it. Thank you.